everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year if this is the first video you're watching on my channel. I did get a haircut, very exciting, for the new year and all the new things that are coming with that. Hopefully that will also mean more vlogs and more videos for you guys. But in order to wrap up 2018 and all the videos we're doing, this is going to be all of my makeup empties. Weird. That I need distraction. All the makeup empties that I collected for and used up in 2018. So just keep watching if you want to see all that. I have tried to divide it up by categories for you to make it easier for you to watch. I don't know if I'm going to timestamp because I have used up considerably less things this year, which is probably good and has cut down on my spending. So look forward to that. Hi everybody, so I tried to keep this organized, so we are going to start from our bases that I used up and then work our way all the way to foundation. So the two primers that I mainly used up this year is one is this Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I am totally in love with this. I did recently buy a new tube at the Sephora VIP sale, so yes, I have a whole new tube of this to use up. And then I did also finish off this NYX Studio Perfect primer, and as you can see, I did cut it to cut everything out of it and scoop everything out of this, but the Hourglass I didn't. I just, because it's so liquidy and I could squeeze every bit of it into the larger primer bottle I have, I just squeezed it in there. But yes, these are the two main primers that I used up in 2018. The next part that I do is the brows. Mainly first, oh yes, so mainly first, I used up two of these NYX professional makeup brow micro brows, which I do really enjoy. I found that the tip was really tiny and I did enjoy it, and I really like this spoolie. If it'll focus, yes, the spoolie is really nice on this, so I would continue to buy it. Did enjoy that. This e.l.f. one was another color that I was trying out, and another brand, because e.l.f. is also cruelty free. I do like this spoolie. The color was not really noticeably different, so yes, I would consider buying this again. Though I do like, I am trying a different NYX one at the moment, so I really do like the NYX ones. This is the Pixie Micro Brow, and as you can tell, this is another one that I used up in 2017. I really did love this, so I thought I would continue to buy it. But I find that because Pixie doesn't just make the brow pencil, which I've been loving more this year, or in 2018, and the gel separate, that I won't be getting this. This is the last of the NYX brow gel I had from 2017, and I transitioned out of using brow gel this year and more into brow pencils because I noticed that my brows needed more filling this year. Next up is concealers and primers. For concealers, I used up this a whole bottle of Tarte Shape Tape. I do really enjoy this and find that it clings to the skin really nicely. This is in the color Light Medium Honey, which is a very good match for my skin. Another concealer that I used and I found really, really good and effective was this e.l.f. concealer in Light. It comes in a tube like this, which is considerably smaller than the Shape Tape, but it still has a good amount of product in it. Another primer, this was my eyelid primer that I used this year. It was the Milani eyeshadow primer. After I did cut it open to try and get everything out of it, but I noticed that after, and there is still product in here, if you guys can notice that, if it'll focus, maybe not. But there's still product in there. I found that after I cut it open, it did start clumping and things like that and not working as well. So don't cut your products open. But yes, I will consider buying the Shape Tape after this, since we finally got a couple Ultas in Hawaii and they're now more accessible. And I am at some point going back to eyeshadow primer, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So next up is foundations. I used up a bottle of the Physician Formula Healthy Foundation. I found this really useful in the summer and I really liked it. But it was also ended up being too light. I also used up another Physician's Formula. This is their BB Beauty Balm, which was a good foundation, but I found it ended up being too light. This is more of a summer foundation, so I might go back to it in the summer. And the Wet n Wild, which I am currently using, is a good foundation for winter because it gives me the good coverage that I need, and it's also very thick. So I did pick up another bottle of this, and this is the Golden Beige. So yes, looking forward to buying more of that or finding other foundations that I enjoy. For makeup priming sprays, setting sprays this year, I only used up 2. One is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This was really good, even though the bottle's smaller. I do find out that I prefer, this is the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. I find that I prefer the sprayer on the Urban Decay better than the Milani because it creates a finer mist. I did pick up the other Urban Decay setting spray, the black one. I don't remember what it's called at the moment, but yes, I picked that one up, so I'm still using the Urban Decay one for reference. For setting powders, I used up 3 this year. I used up the NYX finishing powder. This comes in white. As you can see, I finished it all up. I do really enjoy this. For a cheaper version, there is the e.l.f. powder, which comes in color. This is in the shade light medium, which I've been enjoying for giving me a little bit more fuller foundation, more evenness than the white. The It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This was also a translucent powder. I found that translucent powder worked a little better toward the beginning of the years before I really started noticing my pores. I don't know what I'm doing, but maybe I'm just aging. But yes, now lately I have been using the e.l.f. pressed powder in light beige as a foundation setting powder, and that's been working really well. Next up is highlighters. So for highlighters this year, I finished off my Mary Luminizer, which was a very good highlighter, which I'm glad to get rid of because I had this in my collection for a long time, and as you can tell, that pan is really big. And the other highlighter that I finished off is the highlighter in this Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette, and it was just that palette right there. I still have the rest of this palette to go, which you may be seeing throughout the year. Excuse me. For mascaras, I just finished off 3 mascaras apparently this year, which means I was really bad because you're supposed to change your mascara every 3 to 4 months. But this is an Essence mascara, the Essence Lash Princess. I really do love this. I like the texture and the cuteness of that. And the size of this wand. Looks like that is the shape. I thought this worked really well with my lashes and made them very big and full. And I will probably be trying several more of the Lash Princess line since they are now at Ulta and we finally have an Ulta. I decluttered this Pacifica Dream Big mascara. I don't know what happened. It was making my eyes tear recently, and I talked about this in my Mean Girls project pan, but so I won't be picking this up anymore. It might just be my eyes changing. This is the, I have another one of these that I'm currently using, and it is the Tartist mascara. This is what the wand looks like, and it just gives me a really nice natural lash look. So I've been loving that lately. But yeah, those are the mascaras I used up. For eyeshadow that I used up, oh my gosh, I did not even label these. I'm terrible. But I will probably talk about this more in my Pan That Palette series finale. I only finished up 3 pans. 2 of these are Wet n Wild pans, the square pans, and then this I believe was a Sephora shade Depotted. But those are mainly the 3 eyeshadows that I used up. I did pan a few more things, which I'll talk about there. And then this is an NYX color icon pencil, primer pencil in espresso or coffee. It's a brown color, which I used up, which I guess I would count as eyeshadow also, because that gives a nice base for eyeshadow. But yes, I will talk more about that in my Pan That Palette video. For eyeliners, I feel like I used up a lot of eyeliners this year. I finished off a Kat Von D ink liner. This used to be my favorite eyeliner, and then one of the ones I got was bad, so I decided to pick up other eyeliners, and everybody's off the Kat Von D train. That also happened with a Physicians Formula one, but I do still find that this one is a really good one if you're wanting to try liquid liner. This NYX, the point one, this one was a good liner. My mom gave me one, so I'm still on the NYX line, but the points and tips were different, so I kind of like this tip better because you have a thinner tip. It also has a grip for you to hold and control it better. For pencil eyeliners, I finished off this NYC one, and it kind of fell apart, but other than that, I have kind of been off the pencil eyeliner train for a little bit. This was a Rimmel one that I am decluttering and finishing off. This just kind of fell apart. But yes, I've been off the pencil eyeliner train for a little bit. I'm trying to, in 2019, I'm making a project to use the rest of what I have, but I noticed that pencil eyeliner has continued to run on my eyes and make my eyes not necessarily watery, but make me look like a raccoon more than I wanted to. So for the most part, I've stopped using pencil eyeliner. For lip gloss or lipsticks, I only finished decluttered of 4 really lip gloss lipsticks this year. I decluttered the Model Co one. This is another Model Co lipstick lip gloss set. These were both considerably old, and I got them in some kind of box, I don't remember which. And I will also talk about the lip glosses I used up during the year in my lip service product pan with me, which is in another video coming up, which if that goes up after this, I will try to remember to link for it. Otherwise, please look for it. This lipstick I finally finished up recently. This is my Jordana Modern Matte lipstick, and this is what it looks like. It was just getting way too low, and it was about to cut my lips up, so finally calling this done. I was ready to be done with it. And then this is my MAC lipstick in Japanese Maple. That is what a done tube looks like, so I'm very satisfied with finishing off 4 lipsticks this year, but I will talk more about that in my lip service product pan. Here are some random miscellaneous other things that I finished off this year. Ooh, that does have things in it. I finished off a bottle of Victoria's Secret Love Spell hand sanitizer. I probably finished off more than one of these, or more hand sanitizer this year, but this was one that was in my collection and I needed to get rid of, so we got rid of that. I also finished off a big one of these. This is the deodorant that I've been using. It's called Natural Aloha Pit Balm, and I have been loving it lately, so I finished off a container and I'm now on to another container, which I might hold on to because they did create another formula for people with itchy pits, so I will talk more about that in an update or things like that. So yes, if you're looking for a more natural deodorant, this would be something to try. For makeup removers, I finished off a bottle of the It Cosmetics BB Bye Bye Makeup 3-in-1 Melting Balm. I really do love this, and it works really well for me. This is what it looks like all cleaned out, but yeah, I am currently using something different, and besides that, being lazy and using a lot of makeup wipes, which none of which are shown here, which is very good. Makeup wipes are not good for the environment and not good for your face. This is one Clarisonic head that I finished up. I've been kind of bad, as I mentioned, about cleaning my face, but yes, this was the sensitive head and I found that it worked really well. If you don't already have a Clarisonic, consider getting yourself a face washing tool to clean your face, because I feel like it really helps. I finished off mainly one toner that I wanted to show you. This is the Natural Aloha's The Fix. And you can also get this with their website or wherever you find their deodorant. But yeah, I found that it worked okay, but I did switch to the Thayer's toner, Witch Hazel, which I find is a little more astringent for me and works a little better. So that was that. Other things I finished off is I finished off a bottle of, this is the Valentino Rock and Rose perfume, which I dearly loved. There is like a tiny bit in there, but we're calling it good. Good. I've had this for a long time and I really do enjoy it, and I'm gonna miss it. But at the same time, I need to start going to more like natural perfumes and things like that. I also finished off a roller ball of the Vera Wang Princess Night perfume. This is also been a favorite for a long time, but as I said, I am transferring to more cruelty-free beauty, so I'll just see you in the end card. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing all my makeup empties for 2018. I'm hoping to do this again this year in 2019 so I can show you the makeup empties then. And that is probably better for me because I haven't been doing monthly makeup empties. But if you still want to see the products I'm using and how I'm transitioning to cruelty-free, more natural beauty products, please continue to watch my channel and keep up with me throughout the year, and I will let you know the brands that I'm loving, the brands that I'm not loving, and I will also try and link a few references down below to where I do get and find out my use as references as well. So I hope to see you guys in another video very soon, and subscribe and keep watching. So, oh, and keep up with me on social media. Bye!